What's going on, everybody? We are live. It's BoogiePod, episode 43. We got quite a bit of things to talk about. College football started up as week 0 this past weekend. We're going to be moving on to week 1. We'll be talking about week 1 stuff. We'll be talking about week 0 stuff. We'll also be talking about NFL and our NFC predictions. We're going to be predicting all those conferences, playoffs next week. And we have a really good fight night coming up this also weekend. So this weekend's going to be jam-packed because there's a lot of good games in college football as well. Jake, how was your week?
Good week.
That's good. That is good. And we should be a jam-packed weekend. I cannot wait. Sports-wise, this weekend should be awesome. So let's go and start up. Honestly, out of everything that we've done on the podcast, I think Pick'ems from sport to sport has been my favorite. Because it's like a fun little competition in between me and you, even though it doesn't really mean anything. But it's just fun. We get especially in college baseball, it gives us something to talk about in college baseball. And in college basketball, it's really intense. And both of those two sports are hard to predict. College football is different. College football is where you were going to have 3 or 4 games a year where 2 ranked opponents who go up against each other typically are not going to, the favorite's not going to win. It's going to be those 3 or 4 games. And that's what makes predicting these fun in some points because you got to get it right. And we only have a couple opportunities to slip up here. So let's go and start our Pick'ems. We're both 0-0, obviously. We're going into week 1. There was no ranked games last week. Start off, number 11, Oregon plays number 3, Georgia on neutral ground. Who are you taking?
Georgia.
I am also going Georgia. Okay, let me write you down here. Can't forget you. Let me write you down. All right. Okay, our next one, number 23, Cincinnati, goes to number 19, Arkansas.
Go Arkansas.
Okay.
Not confidently, though, but they should be better this year.
Yeah, I think so, too. I'm going Arkansas as well. We both agree so far. Then number 5, Notre Dame, plays at number 2, Ohio State. Who do you have in that one?
Ohio State.
Okay, I also have Ohio State. So out of those 3 games, Jake, what game are you least confident in?
Arkansas. Game,
okay.
For sure.
See, I'm kind of almost confident in all of them about the same. I'm kind of confident because it's week 1. So we really don't know anything about these teams besides, magazines, kind of. Like Ohio State, they should on paper be really good, but how good is Notre Dame going to be? That's going to be a big question. Cincinnati lost a lot, but they also gained a lot, and Arkansas should be really up this year, so you would think Arkansas would take care of them. And then Oregon-Georgia's on a neutral ground game where Georgia's lost a lot, and Oregon's getting a lot back. So, honestly, if I had to pick one that I'm least confident in, it'd probably be Oregon and Georgia. I think that game's actually sneaky. Georgia lost a lot, man. A lot. And I think Stetson Bennett's going to get, exposed a little bit this year. And not so much as, they're going to lose a bunch of games or anything, but I think him as a quarterback will get exposed a little bit this year. And Oregon's gaining a lot back, man. New coach, though, so it could be a good welcome party to upset Georgia. That'd be interesting, but that would be the game I have circled in least confident. All right, so let's move on. Scott Frost. Nebraska played Northwestern in a neutral ground game in Ireland this past weekend, and it was a good game. It was a really good game. Came down to the wire. Casey Thompson looked great the first half and then blew up on himself the second half. And then Northwestern's quarterback, I already forgot the dude's name, Kyle Hensley, something like that. It's something around there. He had the game of his life. He'll never have a game better than that. Game of his life. And tip my cap, Northwestern's offensive line is the best offensive line that I have seen. That offensive line is nuts, man. They protected him. He could literally stood there, baked himself a cake, and then threw the ball. He had that long. It was wild. And it's not, and I'm not going to sit here and say that's because Nebraska could not get pressure. I'm not saying that. I am saying Northwestern's offensive line's good. I'm giving Northwestern credit. Their line is good. But that's not what we're here to talk about. If you didn't see the game, Northwestern won by a touchdown after a very questionable play decision by Scott Frost, who was already on the hot seat and who was winning this game pretty handily. So, Jake, will Scott Frost finish out the year at Nebraska as their head coach?
No, I don't see it because you're not beating Northwestern, you're not beating Oklahoma or anybody like that, the top tier teams.
Mm-mm. I agree.
I think there's a chance you could say maybe it was in Ireland. It's just weird. They weren't comfortable, but I would really doubt it. Their defense looked terrible. They were completely outmatched. They were winning for most of the game, maybe like 99% of the game.
Yeah.
But Scott Frost I don't know what happens. He gets nervous or something to play call. Like the onside kick was one of the more dumb moves you'll probably see this year, play calling wise.
Yeah. I don't understand. Yeah. I don't get it. And I'll tell you something even more crazy. They are on their way back from Ireland. I would assume today, or they're already here. They play a game in 5 days, and they play North Dakota State, who I'm pretty sure just won the FCS National Championship last year.
Yeah.
Or it was somewhere like that. They better figure it out. I would love everything in my body. North Dakota State walk down Lincoln, Corntown, and just beat them. Scott Frost, he'd had to bring a paper bag to the press conference to talk. It'd be that bad, man. But obviously, I'm not picking Nebraska.
Do you think he'd be fired immediately after the game if they lost?
Yes.
I agree.
I would be amazed. I would be amazed if he didn't. But I do not think
they were losing at halftime. Losing at halftime, they start talking about it.
Yeah. Yep. People. I agree. Oh man, poor Scott Frost, dude. And this is coming right after like a week of me saying Nebraska was going to win their side of the Big Ten. So, hey man, whatever. It can still happen. They can figure it out. Obviously, they have the talent. Yeah. That's why I picked them. It's because of the talent. They have the talent there. And I just figured, hey man, Scott Frost, he could just throw something together, but he can't. He has the stars, like 1 out of 5, 5 stars, 4 stars. He has those. Just can't do it, man. I don't know. I don't get it. All right, let's move on. Maybe Northwestern's really good, too, so who knows. But I don't want to take anything away from Northwestern because if you look on paper, they played a great game. So, good for Northwestern. So let's go into our stock ups and stock downs of this week. I don't have a specific number. You got to give me a teams. I have 3 on each side. You can give me 1 on each side. You can give me 5 on one side, 3 on the other, 2 on one, whatever you want to do. Whoever stock you think rose and whoever stock you think went down. We'll start with the stock up. I think obviously Northwestern stock went up. I think now them beating them and Iowa will probably, unless Nebraska just had like a meltdown, them and Iowa will probably be competing for the championship on that side. And then I think Illinois stock went up. A lot of people forgot about that game. They were only supposed to win their game by like 10 points, and they blew out Wyoming. And that's a pretty decently good Wyoming team we're supposed to be. So good for Illinois. Their offense looked actually pretty good. And, so stock up for Illinois. And Vanderbilt. They are not going to finish last in the East. No. Nope, Missouri will finish last in the East now. Vanderbilt looked decently good. And I know it's Hawaii, but they had to go all the way down to Hawaii. And they had to play at Hawaii. I give Vanderbilt credit. Good for Vanderbilt. I do not have them finishing last in the SEC East no more. Jake, who are your stock up teams?
Well, my biggest stock up team is definitely Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I watched that game. They look good.
Yeah.
They start off kind of, but they turned it on. They figured it out really fast after halftime. Mm-hmm. They just took it away.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not ready to say they won't finish last in the East, but the game against Missouri will be good.
Yeah, so it'll be a great game.
Be a good game. I don't know where it's at this year, but if it's at Vanderbilt, they might be able to win. I agree with Illinois as well.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how good they've been in the past few years, but I'm sure that's a solid bad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, but that's a good step up for them.
Yes.
Florida State looked pretty good against. They actually kind of started off bad. I think it's not great at least.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. They get something to pronounce. Yeah. Those are my 2 big ones.
Florida State did look good. Okay, let's go to start down. I'm going to start off with North Carolina's defense. It's god-awful. It's so bad. So, UNC is my first start down. Second down is obviously Nebraska. Poor Nebraska. We just got done talking about them, so I'm not going to spend time. I got Hawaii on there. My boys, what happened? You let Vanderbilt come down opening week and just blow you out of the water. I don't get it, man. They walked down to Hawaii and act like they owned the dang island. It's crazy. Y'all gonna let them walk down there week 1, Vanderbilt. You get to play an SEC school down there in poor little Hawaii. You get to play an SEC school, and you have a chance to beat them. You're almost favored, and you do that. You do that. How do you not come out fired up? So shame on Hawaii. Shame on them. Shame on Hawaii. What are they called? Rainbow Warriors. Shame on them, dude.
Yeah.
Down with the Rainbow Warriors. Shame on Hawaii, man. That's my start down team. Go ahead.
Yeah, my start down is definitely Hawaii starting off. This game was supposed to be competitive, like you just said. It was supposed to be a good game, maybe, and then win by like a touchdown or 2. Who knows? If they look really good. But that whole program is down to the dumpster right now because that stadium they've had to build, there's like big controversy going on with upper people in the university, and they don't even have a real stadium. It looks like a really nice high school stadium right now. It's really bad, and then their team sucks.
Yep.
So
Team's
let
awful.
Vanderbilt walk over you like that. And then North Carolina's defense is looking to be absolutely terrible, and that might be their downfall.
It looks so bad.
I remember I was watching the highlights. At one point, they were down, I'm pretty sure. I think in that game, I was like, it was really close or
It's
something.
bad,
Like,
man. Their
surely
defense
not.
just looked
Not
long and
FAMU
awful.
going to beat them.
I sent you the score at halftime, and I was like, dog.
Yeah. Then Nebraska.
Yeah.
Their season's over.
Yeah,
you lose Northwestern, it's over. Scott Frost, done.
Yeah.
Casey Thompson, mid. It's over.
Yeah, Nebraska, you might as well start getting on your next year's our year train. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go on to our biggest. All right, going into week 1. Who do you have who's a ranked team? Okay, so we're gonna be doing this every week. So we call our upset alert. So we're gonna pick one team who has a ranking next to their name who will lose to a team that has a lower ranking or is not ranked. Okay? So you understand that, and then everyone else understand that? All right. I'm going with my upset alert is number 24 Houston at UTSA. Oh, something else I need to bring in there. For an upset alert, it needs to be more than 3 points. Field goal. It needs to be more than field goal. Because after a field goal, it's not really an upset necessarily. It needs to be more than 3 points. That was probably important for me to tell you. I should have told you that. My bad. Anyways, but mine's number 24 Houston at UTSA. UTSA just had an 11-1 season, I'm pretty sure. It was 11-1 or something like that. And Houston lost a lot. And Houston's ranked right now because of what they did last year. So they're going to go into UTSA on opening week. And I think Houston's a -4 or 5 point favorite, almost a touchdown. No way. Give me the Roadrunner. I think that's what they're called. So who's your upset alert?
Yeah. Mine would be, looking at all the games, it'd have to be Georgia, Oregon.
Yeah, I could see
Oregon
that,
beat
for sure.
Georgia. Because I do agree that I think Georgia, I've watched a lot of videos this year about these teams, like the top teams, how they'll look this year.
Yeah.
A lot of people think Georgia could be more offensive this year, which I would doubt it.
When Stetson,
I think they're going to be,
quarterback, that's not good.
I was going to say, if y'all are an offensive team, you're going to drop a game to like either Kentucky or Florida or Tennessee or maybe multiple.
Yeah.
But I think they'll still be good. But I think Oregon has a real chance in that game. It is neutral ground, which is Georgia doesn't like playing like non-neutral ground games with big games.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that could be their downfall kind of because I think.
And also,
you play away games, you get a home games too, though. So this would be great for Georgia to be at home, but being neutral ground, I give Oregon a chance.
Yeah, and also bring in a little something there too as well. Oregon last year went to Ohio State early on the year, week 2, and beat them. So
it's not.
Don't sleep on the Ducks. Don't sleep on the Ducks. Quack attack, baby.
I'd rather
quack attack. Quack attack. All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. We're going into the UFC now. Big fight night coming up this weekend. UFC Paris. The co-main and the main event are absolutely great. Both of these could be the co-main event to the big card coming up after this one. So we'll start off with the co-main event, which is Robert Whittaker versus Marvin Vettori. I have Robert Whittaker decision. I think he's literally an upgrade version of Marvin Vettori in every category of the game. So that's why I got it. But if Marvin Vettori wins, I've seen it all. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead.
Yeah, I have Whittaker winning this one. He's good at everything. You know, he's a very well-rounded fighter. Only thing that I would say Vittori's got on him is the chin. Vettori has a great chin.
Yeah,
because if he didn't, he would not be in the UFC.
No.
In my opinion. I don't think Vittori's very talented, but he can win some fights.
He has a dog in him a little bit. Just a tad. Little dog.
I don't know if I'd say that.
Little dog.
I think Vettori has a decent chance. Okay. I think he has a decent chance in this fight, but Whittaker's that guy. If it wasn't for Izzy, Whittaker would be a long-time champion. Yeah.
The only thing that susses me out about Whittaker is he has a sussy chin, but Vettori doesn't hit, you know what I'm saying? So it's okay. All right, so let's move on to the main event. Cyril Gane versus Tai Tuivasa. I'm going Cyril Gane here by decision. I think he pieces him up through 5 rounds. Not too much difficulty just yet, but Tai Tuivasa is a winner, and we'll get to that here in a minute. But another thing, though, I want to bring up is I think I could see this fight being very close or similar maybe to the Derek Lewis fight where Cyril Gane gets a late knockout, more like a TKO kind of. Tai Tuivasa's gas, he's up against the cage. If it was 3 rounds, I'd give Tai Tuivasa a lot better chance. But 5 rounds, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. What do you got?
This one's harder to pick for me because talk about someone that has that dog in him.
Yeah.
It's Tai Tuivasa.
He does.
He is a straight up winner. And I would take should have gone by late knockout if Tuivasa didn't eat like really good shots from Derek Lewis, like
Yeah,
it was nothing. It was kind of weird
yeah,
to watch
it
because
was.
Derek Lewis is landing like shots that knock out people, like most people.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take Sirgan in decision because I think if he does win and doesn't get caught by Tuivasa, which is Tuivasa's path to victory, just catches him
Yeah,
slipping, kind of like Usman Leon, something stupid happens,
yep.
and
Good
he
chance.
just like lets his guard down. Yeah, there's a chance of that
Yeah.
happening. It wouldn't shock me. I think Sirgan just kind of stays away from him, jabs him up a little bit, coasts to win 5
Yeah.
rounds.
I'm definitely taking Sirgan. I'm high on Sirgan. I think he's like a phenomenon fighter.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
he
like,
is. Yeah,
yeah,
but Tuivasa's that guy though.
he is. All right, so let's get into our NFL NFC predictions. Oh, one question I want to ask you about. You kind of already answered my question, but I was going to ask you: did you have a harder time picking Whitaker, Vittori, or Gane Tuivasa?
Gone Tuivasa. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. I'm pretty sure about Whitaker's chances.
I had a harder time picking Whitaker, Vittori, just because Vittori's on a win streak, and I honestly think the reason why is because, like, in my head, I'm thinking the only chance Tai Tuivasa has is knocking him out. So I'm not saying that there's a higher chance that Vittori could beat Whitaker than Tuivasa beat Gane. I'm just saying how I had a harder time picking Whitaker than I did Gane. That makes sense. All right, so let's move on. NFC predictions. We're going to go through all 4 conferences. We'll start with the NFC East. I will start it. I will go my last team. Well, we'll go back and forth. I want to go back and forth. I think that'd be cool. So we'll start off with our last teams. My last team is I have the Commanders 5-12, 1-5. Who do you got?
My last team is the Giants at 3-14.
Okay.
Pretty
All right.
bad this year.
Yeah. Okay, so my next team is I have the Giants 5-12, 1-5.
My next team is Commanders at 6-11 and 2-4 in their division.
Okay. All right, you got Commanders beating Jaguars?
No.
Good. All right, moving on. Cowboys. That's I guess I gave it away. Next is Cowboys at 12-5, 5-1. Who you got?
Next, at number 2, I have the Eagles going 10-7 and 4-2 in their division.
Okay. And then my winner of the NFC East is the Eagles at 13-4, 5-1.
My winner of the NFC East is Dallas at 12-5 and 5-1 in their division.
Okay, so let's move on to the NFC North. Starting at last, I have the Bears, who I got going 2-5, 1-5. Bad.
You 2-15.
Yeah, 2-15.
Yeah. My last is also the Bears at 2-15 and 2-4 in the division.
Okay. Did I mess it up? Surely not. Okay, next is Lions. Does this sound right? 6-11?
Yeah,
Okay.
if it adds up to 17, you're right.
Okay, good. All right, 6-11 and then 1-5.
Okay, I have the Lions at third spot going 4-13 and 2-4 in their division.
All right, Jared Goff going to be a star this year.
The narrative of this team will be that they're a quarterback away from being like a wild card contender, I think.
All right, moving on, Vikings. I have them 13-4, 4-2.
I have at number 2 is the Vikings going 11-6 and 4-2.
Okay, and then top, I have Packers 15-2, 6-0.
I have Packers at 1 going 12-5 and going 4-2 in the division.
Okay, NFC South. Last, I have the Falcons at 3-14, 1-5. Unless Desmond Ridder takes over, then I got them going 14-2.
3, yeah. My last spot, I have the Falcons going 5-12 and going 3-3 in the division.
Okay. Next, I got Panthers going 5-12 and 1-5.
Next, I have Panthers going 6-11 and 1-5.
Okay. Next, I have Saints going 9-8, 4-2.
I have the same with the Saints at number 2 and 9-8, 4-2.
Then first, I got the Buccaneers going 14-1-1, and I'm going 6-0 in division.
14-1-1. I think you mispicked the game there.
Did I?
That doesn't add up. Yeah, because it only goes to 16.
Oh yeah.
14, 15, 16. Yeah.
Okay, then we'll say 14-2-1 because I need another loss for
that,
them anyways.
Yeah.
So
I have number 1, the Buccaneers going 14-3 and then going 4-2 in the division. But I don't know. Wouldn't shock me if they're a little worse. Actually, it wouldn't shock me at all if they were a little worse than that. I'm kind of high on them. A little higher than I should be, I think.
Okay. All right, so let's move on. NFC West. I have the Seahawks going 5-12 and 1-5 in division.
Yeah, I have the Seahawks in last going 3-14 and then going 1-5.
Okay, I have the 49ers going 10-7, 3-3.
Yeah, at 3 I have the Cardinals going 8-9 and 3-3.
Okay. Next, I have the Cardinals going 10-7 and 3-3.
Okay, my 2 is the 49ers going 11-6 and 5-1 in their division.
And then first, I got the Rams going 13-4, 5-1.
My first is Rams going 12-5 and being 3-3 in the division.
Okay. All right, so that's our NFC predictions, and then next week we'll do our playoff predictions where it gets fun. Fun. All right, Jake, you got anything else to add? Because that's all we got for this episode. Anything else you want to bring up?
Yeah.
Okay.
KSI wins. He got 2 knockouts in his boxing thing this past weekend.
Yep.
He called out Andrew Tate.
Yep.
What is your prediction?
Andrew
KSI,
Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew
Boxing
Tate.
match.
Andrew
Not
Tate's...
kickboxing.
What?
Not kickboxing. It's not kickboxing.
I don't care. Andrew Tate still... He's done it for too long. So, Andrew Tate...
Oh, he's old.
He is old, I agree. I think
He's that old.
Well, I think the reason why he hasn't accepted a fight already is because he don't want to do it. There ain't no reason for him to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he's
age.
waiting for the right person to call him out, honestly, because he can make the most money.
Yeah.
I think he'd take a fight. I would probably... I don't know. I'd probably go Andrew Tate. Wouldn't shock me if KSI pulled off something. He's kind of a winner.
Yeah, a little bit. He got that dog in him.
Yeah. I don't know.
But, yeah, I'll go Andrew Tate early prediction.
I don't know if I have anything else. No, that's it.
Okay, I got one more thing to bring up on the paper. What about Michigan's quarterback situation? Did you see that where they're going to start one guy week 1? You like that? What's your opinion on that? I like that too.
As long as they're not playing anybody any good, it's completely fine. It's
Yeah.
like old fashioned kind of. Just start one, start the next one, see who does better.
A lot of people were dissing up on that, saying that's like not like how it should be done, but I like that. You give both guys their opportunity to show out in the game.
Yeah, it would suck if they both played really well. I mean, it wouldn't be bad for them, but it'd be hard to choose.
Yeah,
you have to just look at who's better team they play against.
They play Colorado State and Hawaii, so yeah, I don't want them to like say if like Colorado State doesn't look like completely garbage, but then like the other dude blows out Hawaii. That's not fair. You got to be able to judge them both. You know what I'm saying? On depending on who they play and stuff like that. But I'm sure they got a good idea. You know, I don't know how the gap between Colorado State and Hawaii is, or how good who's the other. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. But J.J. McCarthy has been waiting his time a long time. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But go ahead.
Speaking of Hawaii, it would suck to have to play from Hawaii because wouldn't you constantly flying back to like the mainland?
Yep. Yes, you would.
Play that would not be fun, dude. That's
that would be pretty bad.
Though.
Yeah, it is a long fly.
Imagine if they had to go to Vanderbilt.
Oh. Imagine if Vanderbilt had to go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Jake, you got anything else to add? All right, well, that'll do it for this episode. Again, next week, Monday. Oh, I do got something to add because last week I promised you guys that I would upload videos, and I didn't. So, here's the schedule plan. Okay, I got the schedule written down. It's in stone. Okay, Monday will be BoogiePod. Wednesday will be a video uploaded to the gaming channel. And Friday will be a video uploaded to the sports channel. That is how it will be done until further notice. So with that, obviously you're not getting as many videos, but they should be better quality. I'm going to spend more time working on them. But, yeah. So that is the schedule plan. So if you're seeing this, and you also watch the sports channel, there you go.